It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for y'all. And it's coming up next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now out come the Lions for their first drive behind their ninth-year quarterback. In year number 4 with Detroit, it's Jared Goff.
It's hardly an exaggeration to say that Goff has revitalized his career these last couple of years. And he's rewarded for it during the offseason, as Detroit has certainly made sure everyone knows he's their quarterback for the future. It's clear that they believe in him, and he's done nothing to sway them from that belief.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. And they'll send Williams in motion right. To throw is Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Goff. Going deep for Montgomery. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, the Bucs getting ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Baker Mayfield leading them out in his second season as a Buccaneer and his 7th overall.
And he had a most impressive bounce-back season last year, nearly leading his team to the NFC Championship game. That's not something you see every day, and he was rewarded for it as Tampa Bay decided to make him definitely their quarterback for the future. Now for him, he wants to prove it's not a one-year thing, and in fact, he is the long-term answer for this franchise.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10. Right at the 30. A first carry for Rachaad White. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They stay on the ground with White. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
First down, here's White. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Palmer going to go in motion left. Mayfield now. And that's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
This is White on the screen. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Palmer going in motion right. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff now to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Here's Goff. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
In motion, the tight end. From the 50, it's Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Goff. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Mayfield on play action.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
They go with White on the counter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Trey Palmer.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
In motion right, that's Williams.
Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
2nd down and 4.
From the gun, here's Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
In motion goes Raymond.
Goff now looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Goff now looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return, and the Lions will take over.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To throw is Goff.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First carry now for David Montgomery. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
Down the right sideline.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Throw caught by Raymond.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Now Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Otten picks up a first down, and he's hoping to take the next step here in year 3 after setting new career highs in practically every major category a season ago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing, Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
White, he'll try the left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Mayfield.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Mayfield with it once more. There's a short one taken in by Otten. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Williams, a man in motion right. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. They're going to look to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing again is Goff. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Gone. That is caught at the 7.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This to Laporta, right side.
That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
David Montgomery
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offensive veteran receiver Mike Evans headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Mayfield looks to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The
Bucs on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Palmer going in motion right.
Delay of game.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll go up the middle with White.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
Well, so far this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Palmer going to go in motion left.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Mayfield. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
In motion, the tight end. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 44. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. Here's Baker. That's caught by Palmer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it
It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
That is caught, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's completed right side to Palmer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
All right, they've picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A 10-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So now, after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st down. Now Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Goff now to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield on play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. But behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Mayfield down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect him to attack on defense and not sit back.
Here's White.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, this is White.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So out now come the Lions.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime.
That's complete to the Porter.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
2nd and 10.
Gone. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
And that's one you might look back on as being a turning point. If he holds on to that, this game's over. But that's going to give this offense a second lease on life, and you can't afford to do that here in overtime.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
So it's a win for the Bucs here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with the way he ran the show, partner. He was in total control right from the get-go. Finished with over 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. I don't think he could have played a whole lot better than that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.